controllers ready for a Friday night. CRT glow in a darkened room. Pixel dreams about to boom. Polygon worlds and blocky skies. First time seeing 3D rise. Analog stick in my hand. Jumping through a brand new land. From Peach's castle to Hyrule Field. Secrets hidden, stars concealed. Barrel rolls and Darwing dives. Golden years coming alive. No updates, no download queue. Just plug it in and push on through. Nostalgia hits like a power play. We're going back today. Press start, feel the craze. N64 nights on YindyPlayZ. Spin attacks and blue shell rage. Back to the golden age. Press start, turn it loud. Retro legends make us proud. Stars, massive multiplayer phrase. Going live on YindyPlayZ. Going live on YindyPlayZ. Temple clocks, moonlit fear. Majora's mask is drawing near. License to thrill, stealth in the dark. Golden gun leaves its mark. Cartwheels drift around the bend. Friendships tested to the end. Perfect dark and bouquet dreams. Not as simple as it seems. Dust it off, let memory blaze. See how it plays in modern days. Press start, feel the craze. N64 nights on YindyPlayZ. From Mario's jump to Hyrule's maze. Back to the golden age. Press start, hear the sound. Retro kings still wear the crown. If you love those 90s days, join the stream on YindyPlayZ. Join the stream on YindyPlayZ. Join the stream on Cartridge dreams don't fade away. N64, we play today.
Hello, 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 lovely people, and how we are doing on this Thursday evening. And yes, I got a video out today, fantastic, over on the Halfwits channel, a video I've been sitting on for a while. Like I said, I pushed myself to get a few things out of Christmas, including Halfwits episode 14. Not gonna lie, not even opened episode 15 yet. My target's for Easter. But another thing that I was really excited about, and I was sitting on since August we filmed it, but I was desperate to get it out after Halfwits, but I promised myself, no, it's going out after for episode 14, was a fantastic interview and conversation I did with the amazing, illustrious Robert Hartley GM, who was one of my big DM inspirations. Got me into D&D right about the time of the pandemic when he was starting off doing the Viva La Dirt League sort of NPC D&D stuff. They started off in COVID, and then their whole show took off. I was watching their show going, you know what? I could do that. And then I got in touch with the other Halfwits and, managed to put that together. So that was very much the inception genesis point. So being able to actually speak to Rob about our DMing experiences, and we've both got acting backgrounds and all that, was absolutely fantastic. Really, really insightful conversation, especially when we got to things like neurodiversity in both tabletop and life. And that's the whole thing. So if any of those things sound interesting, absolutely give that interview a watch over on the Halfwits channel. Also, we definitively settled the question, do dragons have buttholes? But enough of that. Moving on to what we're doing tonight. So, Could I be playing the latest games releasing and, keep up with the current trends? No, no, I will not. Instead, we will wallow in our own nostalgia like warm soiled diaper. That was a horrible, horrible image to give you. I apologize. But my point is, we're going back to the golden age. We're going back to the 90s. Mainly, why am I so excited to play the N64 online on the Switch, you might be wondering. Hasn't this been out a while? What's so special about this, Yindy? Well, the simple question is, I treated myself at the beginning of the month. So, it's a bit of context here, and I've talked about this in previous streams. I technically did own an N64. However, despite owning an N64, I was a child, and I wasn't wise to certain things. So, I... I was watching a video just before the stream about how pointless the N64 memory expansion pack was. Now, there was apparently only 3 games that made proper use, or it was mandatory for. Perfect Dark being one of them. The problem is, Perfect Dark was 50% of the games I owned on my N64. I owned Pokemon Stadium and Perfect Dark. I'm unsure if I owned Pokemon Stadium 2. Me and my sister, we were playing the emulated version here on the Switch, and we remembered the mini games, so we might have had that one. But the point is, we had an N64 with precisely 2 games on it. And the N64, it was always a curiosity. I have second-hand nostalgia for the N64. I was there at the time. I was there at the culture. I was 10 years old. I was absolutely the target demographic, and eventually I got to own one. But I never got to experience the full N64, lifespan. I never got to play Ocarina of Time, Zelda on it. I never owned Mario 64. I never played GoldenEye, for example. I know, shocking. Many of my friends did, and occasionally, if I was round at one of their houses, we'd get to play, and that's why I kind of pestered Mum eventually. And I'm pretty sure it was towards the end of the N64's life cycle that I'm pretty sure the PS2 was on the horizon when we finally got an N64. So unlike the Amiga stream that I did kind of a little while back, where I just went through a whole load of games that me and my dad played, now the Amiga, that was something I shared with my dad and was my introduction to gaming. The N64, my dad had no interest in. Absolutely none whatsoever. That was a toy for the kids, basically. I'm pretty sure he maybe got Perfect Dark. Maybe that was him, because that had a big 18 thing rated on the side of it. I think he was maybe interested in that, but he never actually played it. Sorry, I do apologise. I have slightly dying of allergy. I'll try not to cough into the mic. So we only own these 2 games, and foolishly, and I regret this decision, I gave my N64 away to my friend's kid brother, thinking, I've moved on to the GameCube, I've moved on to other games, I've matured, I'm playing the PS2 these days, the N64 era is past and will never be relevant again. Oh, what folly, what absolute foolery was that. I was considering, as an adult, do I go to CEX, spend roughly 300-400 quid to get a vintage, good quality, purple see-through plastic N64, the exact same one that I owned, and a copy of GoldenEye, GoldenEye, but Perfect Dark, Pokemon Stadium, the pack so you could put in your Pokemon games into Stadium from the Game Boy. Do I recreate my collection, and do I buy all those classic games that I never got to play on 10 years old, but I was so desperate to at the time? And I'm not going to say that I never will do that. I mean, for fuck's sake, my Warhammer collection tells you pretty much my attitude to disposable income and what takes a fancy for me. But I might have to go without Warhammer for a month, and that's a fucking tall order. I mean, Jesus Christ. Games Workshop, please slow down on the box sets, okay? I've had to actually... I've managed to get the latest Kill Team. I've got the Chaos Battle Force thing that's coming out. I got Korn for me. Tavares, I'm getting him. I'm converting him to Warhammer. So I picked him up, Thousand Suns. He's giving me the money. But I went to my supplier and managed to get a hold of them. And the other Thousand Suns Battle Force, the one with the big Lord of Change and stuff in it. I've got that. And they're releasing the new Eldar Corsairs this weekend. And knowing my luck, they'll put out the Custodians the weekend after. And worst part, I am going to Warhammer World for the first time. On Monday. So me and the missus, Tavares asked me, what are you and the missus doing for Valentine's? And I was like, going to Warhammer World. I was literally on the phone to her before the stream going, 4 more sleeps to Warhammer World. It's like, for fuck's sake, it's like taking a kid to Disneyland. It's like, I know. So, point being, right, I have to keep my money for Warhammer. So, maybe at some point I'll pick up an N64. But, I've decided, you know what? It's not the best place to play these N64 games. And that's a criticism of Nintendo. Nintendo, put these games up for sale, for fuck's sake, to run better and natively on the Switch. We know you can do it. You've done it, as we will see, with N64 Mario. Give us a version of, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and stuff. Maybe even give us, like, a retooled DS version. I don't know if you could do that for a year for the Switch, but anyway. Long story short, didn't buy an N64. Did buy the Switch N64 Classic Controller. Because the thing is, and this is kind of what I'm getting to, and this is the point of the nostalgia stream, okay? Because you can play these games modern day. We can play them on the N64 online Nintendo Switch, whatever. Technically, these games are accessible. But the thing is, the N64 existed at a point in time. Like I said, I was 10 years old. You'd get invited to your mate's house. You'd gorge yourself on pizza and fizzy drinks and ice cream. And you'd stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning during a sleepover where technically you were meant to be in bed. And you'd be playing these 4-player co-op party games and stuff. And it was the best time ever. Now, as a kid, they have very special, powerful, nostalgic childhood memories. Doing that as a 37-year-old adult, alone in their flat, has a sort of different connotation to it. And that's the problem with the N64. I've been doing a lot of the research of like the 5th console generation, how the PlayStation took over. I think the N64 had something like 388 games released for it. The PlayStation had over 4,000. And that was to do with, moving to disc-based media, the N64 being on cartridge, all that kind of stuff. But if you look at the N64 library, and I have tried to kind of curate this a little bit, the vast majority of the library, now I'm talking about things like, Mario Kart falls into this category, Mario Party, the original Smash Bros. Came out on this. Pokemon Stadiums, they kind of fall into this category as well. The point is, the N64 was amazing for couch co-op party land games. Getting your mates round, playing them side by side on the sofa late into the night, and having the best time. There are a few standout classic games that we still feel the effect of today, and that's one thing I really particularly want to talk about during the stream. I mean, Mario 64. The way I was thinking earlier, right? The N64, going back and looking at this era of games, is a bit like that transition point where the first primordial sort of like fish crawled out of the sea and tried to walk on land. And that's exactly the perfect metaphor for the N64. This is where the first 2D games tried to fumble about in 3D space. And some of them went on to be the main evolutionary lines that influence so many of the games today that we take for granted. Obviously, Ocarina of Time. Obviously, Majora's Mask. GoldenEye. Mario. All these games, have such a huge impact in the history of gaming and in our culture. Other games from this era, not so much. I had a look at Turok 2 before I came on. And now, first of all, who the fuck designed this controller? I mean, what were they huffing at the time? And not only that, the Turok controls on the N64 three-prong controller. Bearing in mind, I have big man hands now at 37, right? And I can actually stretch my thumb and make use of the analog stick. But at the time, as a 10-year-old child, you know, I never understood. Were you meant to hold it like this? Were you meant to hold the middle prong? Kind of like a gun? Or, you know, it never felt natural. The Turok controls are the analog stick for the camera and the fucking C buttons to move strafe and the L button to jump. Were they drunk at the time when they came up with it? Was that a bet? You know, and that's the thing. I'm fascinated by these sort of things because you get to see the evolutionary paths of gaming that went nowhere, the evolutionary dead ends. And to a small extent, the N64 itself could be considered an evolutionary dead end because, again, the cartridges versus the disc-based media. There's some fantastic videos out there basically chronicling the history of the N64 and the impact that it had, but also why it lost out to the PlayStation and, you know, its old sparring partner. Sega also went down the toilet as well. But yeah, so that's my little preamble. This is why I wanted to go back and conquer this era of gaming. And for fuck's sake, there was only 388 games for this system. I mean, it's not impossible to complete the library of that. I mean, my Steam library is, I think, 1,088 games or something like that. So, not that I'm going to do, but certainly the classics. And I've tried to arrange them in some sort of order. The ones I'm interested in, I owned on the GameCube when I bought Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time. Never finished it. So I want to finish Ocarina of Time. I think that's a tick for every gamer. We must do that. I have emulated and finished Majora's Mask on the Steam Deck. I did that a couple of years ago. Really interesting game. Really enjoyed it. Fucking weird. But again, that's kind of the good thing about it. I have really enjoyed the Paper Mario series. Completed 1,000 Year Door. Completed Mario RPG. Paper Mario is the one in the middle. So that's why that one's there. Star Fox, I only know Star Fox from Smash Brothers. Kind of want to go back and finish that. We're going to have a go at GoldenEye tonight because, again, I know it by legend, but I've never actually played it. Also, never been a huge James Bond fan, but that's me. I have the new Pokemon Snap, and I kind of wanted Pokemon Snap, but never got my hands on it. Mario 64, we'll probably start off with that one. Mario Kart, we'll have a race or two of that. F-Zero, again, no from Smash Bros. The Falcon always reminded me of basically Nintendo Judge Dredd, but, you know, that's from Smash. Rayman 2, again, I love a bit of Rayman, I'll be honest. And we might finish off with some Pokemon Stadium or Perfect Dark, which is on the other app. And then you've got other things like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. You've got a couple of Kirby's in there. Yeah, so that's where we are. But we're not... We're going to start off with Mario 64, but we're not going to play the Nintendo Online version. Instead, we're going to pop over to the 3D All-Stars one. Because this one is the one that runs natively on the Switch, and it is just so much nicer. So, before I move completely over... Oh, by the way, just before we get properly started, again,
But Riley Sadlex.
I've been ranting a lot.
Hey.
Hey, Riley, how you doing? You've just missed my mad rant on the N64 era. We're going to be starting off with some Mario 64, and I'm not going to leave until I get at least 1 star. I never had Mario 64 as a kid. Friends had it. I played it over at their house. I don't know where all the stars are. I'm very much... I honestly can't say too much just now, and all I will say is I have a current reason, possibly, to consider how I'll pass on a gaming legacy to a new generation, and how I would introduce gaming.
But
to
Riley
somebody new.
Sadlex. I was here, just didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, okay. So, Yindy's on one of his rants again. So... We'll wait till he puffs himself out. It'll be fine. So yes, I've been thinking a little bit about how to introduce non-gamers or a new generation, shall we say, to... why is my controller spinning? That's not good. I don't want... Or is it the weird camera at the time? Yeah, the joys of having one analog stick. And I've been going back and I've been actually playing Mario 64 in my own time. And as a game that just lets you piss about and try interesting kind of new mechanics. I mean, Donkey Kong Bonanza is obviously probably the newest iteration of this sort of game and format, being from the team that did Super Mario Odyssey. But, you know, that game's almost so smooth, I just turn my brain off and I just smash things to DK and collect bananas. Whereas in this game, I kind of feel like I think about it. I come across a puzzle going, what were they trying to do here? Which, again, in some ways, I actually really like. Every star is a new little puzzle, and it's actually quite fucking hard, actually. But I do enjoy it. So I've got 14 stars so far. So I'll see if I can get any more. Like I said, I want to get at least one more star. I think this is honestly the furthest that I ever got in Mario. And playing it with the original controllers, like we were saying. So I think, right, I tell you, there is one star I was wanting to get. That I just need to try and complete the course. I'm gonna have to run through this way. So I need to drain the canal first. Is it that? No, it's this way I want to go. Yeah. I know there's people who've like memorized all this, could like totally just speedrun it. But no, this is a 37-year-old millennial experiencing this arguably for the first time. Is it that one? No. We'll go around. By the way, as always, Riley, let me know my audio is fine. Right, you know what? What could possibly go wrong? Let's jump into the fiery pits of hell. You know, I've got one of the stars here. Boil the big bully. Right, that's your hint. Okay. Boil the big bully. So presumably that's the boss fight. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Yes. We learned that lava is hot. Ow. Well, this is going well already. Let's get some power coins. Try and get some health back before I try to work out what the hell I'm meant to be doing. Oh, there's a life. I could do with that. Ow! Ow! Well, that went well already. Although I do think I saw what counts as a big bully. So.
At Riley Sadlex. I'd say audio's good.
Good. So I've been trying to do a little bit like what Drawstrike Hayes is doing at the moment, which is just kind of like really casual streams. He's rediscovered World of Warcraft Classic, and just been putting minimal effort into his streams, but by the same token that's absolutely fine because it's just him chilling, enjoying a game. So I was meant to be going up to there we go that don't fall in the lava. To Dundee this weekend, but as you can see, I've got a little bit of a chesty infection, and my mother very supportively went, "Stay the fuck away! You're not coming home with that." And I was like, "All right, fine." So she's coming down, taking Milo for a few days next week, as me and the missus head down to Warhammer World. Right, so that's the camera. So I think it's. That thing's creepy as fuck, that eye. Oh, don't fall into there. Ow, fucking hell. We're fine. Ah, shit. Right. So we kind of nudge these guys about. This is what I mean, where it's like trying to figure out what the developers had in mind. So I really wish I could. Oh, there's the big bully. I think that's the big bully. Ah, ow, ow. Ah. Ah, right, that's not going well. Right, let's let's not use up all our lives on that one. That is the fiery pits of hell. Yeah. Right. Yeah, you need 30 stars to open that section. No, that's the way up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's down here that I want to go. I'm looking for that room that there's like the two pillars and you like butt smash the pair of them, and that opens up the next. Drains the moat outside and you're able to jump down. I was working on that one. So as for Ocarina of Time, I have been playing. This is the room I was looking for. Boink. Same way for the other one. Again, there's people who can speedrun all this. I am not one of those people. Come on, jump. I don't have to jump onto this one. Like I said, they were figuring a lot of stuff out at this time. There we go, and for fuck's sake! At least it's water. At least it's not boiling me alive. There we go. Yeah. So yes, Riley, actually, you enjoy all your acting stuff and that. Rob, the guy I was interviewing, like me, he started off as an actor, and we were talking about kind of like acting careers and, you know, how we got started and all that. I could see that being interesting for you, so you might want to give that a watch over on the Halfwits channel. You might find that interesting. Jump down here. Okay. There we go. Right. Fuck. No. Okay. There was lives there.
At Riley Sadlex. Eyes, I'll have a look.
We may be here a while. Okay, at least that didn't kill me. That didn't use up a life. Thank God that didn't use up a life. Did it? Right. Yeah. But like Dark Souls, the hardest fucking boss is the fucking camera. Oh, come on. Ah, shit. Again, that was a life. Never mind. Going this way. Right. Okay. Right. Up. And... Right. Wait for this to come, and boom. Now this was a hard bit. You've got to jump over like so. Then, but not let it come too much. Ah! Yeah. Old games didn't fuck around, by the way. Right. I'm actually really thankful this doesn't use up my lives. Oh! Yeah. There's a life. I'm sure there's a way to... Try again. So yeah, casual streets, that's all we're about. Backflip. I know that's the high jump. If I'm not going up to Dundee this weekend, I might try and do a couple of extra streams. Whether that be me chilling, playing painting Warhammer, or trying out an MMO, or I'm not sure yet. But I might do something. Oh! Now that was a dick move, game. That was a dick move. Right. We'll have one more attempt. I was going to challenge myself. I can't leave until I get 1 star. But I have a feeling it'll just be the hour of the constant failure. Okay, at least I got another life. Okay. Okay, like so. Oh, fuck off! Oh. Okay, I said one more time. Right, I think I know. You basically don't wait for it to go all the way up because that will just flip you off. It's just.
At Riley Sadlex. Smiling face with tear.
Yeah, I'm glad you're getting some enjoyment. Just me feeling constantly. Okay. At least I'm secretly building my lives back up. Right. Oh, fuck off with your flame. Right, come on. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. Oh. There we go. Point. Got these. We're all good. Up and up. This may have been the wrong game to start the stream off with. I may do a full Mario 64 stream, but I feel we might be here all night. And this is not going to make me look good. Oh, by the way, that was a rant I was about to have. So, there was recently a Diablo Immortal, Diablo Immortal, just Diablo in general, really. Kind of direct thing, where genuinely they brought out
At Riley Sadlex.
an old class.
Deep breaths, tears of joy.
I know. Not an old class, a new class for Diablo Resurrected, a 25-year-old game, and I thought that's a lovely thing to give the community. I think the bods who did Quake did something similar, where they brought out an official level pack for Quake 1, something like 30 years or something like after it came out, and I thought that's really sweet. That shows a dedication to the community. Well done. That's great. So they brought the Warlock class out for Immortal and Diablo 4, but they went, oh, but that's not all. We've also added the Warlock class, a brand new class, to Diablo Remastered, Resurrected. And I thought, that's really dead good. It was actually a contender for tonight's stream. I booted it up again. I was playing through Diablo on the Switch. Thought, make a new character, go to do the Warlock. Takes you to the Nintendo store. Oh, don't tell me you have to pay for it. £20 fucking pounds? Fuck off, Blizzard. Your Activision's showing. So, I get it. You have to make money somehow. And it's a product. And even if you want to go down the route of saying, they need to charge for it, fine. It's a 25-year-old game. One class. The game itself, the whole fucking game, I think is pretty much 20 quid. Or is frequently that if it's on sale. It's not that expensive. It's not a full price thing. 20 quid for one class. Piss off, frankly. So that goes from beyond being a love letter to the community to just ripping the piss out of them. So I think I own Diablo 2, but I never properly got into it. I've never actually completed Diablo 2, despite loving the shit out of 3 and completing 4. I wanted to go back and play 2. I was playing it, realised, this is where half the plot is. I think I'm on like Act 2 or something like that. I was playing it when I was back home over Christmas. But yeah, I will go back, I will finish it, play my Necromancer, of course I will. But I will not be paying 20 quid for a fucking Warlock. Piss off. Piss right off. Right, I want to feel big and manly about myself. I'd not feel like a complete failure. Let's play some Mario Kart. Yeah, real man played Mario Kart.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Right. Yeah,
Mario Grand Prix.
let's go with 100 cc's.
Select your player.
We have to go with Wario. Wario! Not on the Epstein list. Sorry, that's still funny to me. Right, I don't think I've done the Star Cup. You could fuck off with the Special Cup. Me and my sister tried that, and... yeah, I did not do well on that.
At Riley Sadlex. Yay go Kart's Tears of Joy.
Well, this is already going well. See, it's the pressure of streaming. That's the problem. Yeah, Riley, it's because you're here. That's why I suck. Just bleed the chat. By the way, little fun trivia for Mario Kart 64. Because of the N64's memory limitations, if you play 4-player
Mad
screen,
Mike Falkirk.
there he
Hugo.
is. There he is. I thought there would be a mic. You're popping into the stream.
Mad Mike Falkirk. I am in another chat on HD2.
Alright, okay. You're
At
with
Riley
your other
Sadlex.
friends, are you?
It'll go Tears of Joy.
The other friends that you play D&D with. We're not good enough, apparently. By the way, I was playing Helldivers with Snoogans the other night. He was telling me all about you, Mike. Said, you're particularly bad for friendly fire. Right, there we go. Yeah, fuck you, Mario. How fucking long is this card track, by the way?
Mad Mike Falkirk. Haha, this is yet another set of friels. Me, friendly fire, noob.
Says he who was just like, I wonder how many times I can nuke Yindy before he notices. Probably one! So, why is my corpse now spread throughout the entire map? So you know how I said I was going to play Mario Kart to make myself feel better and actually regain some gamer cred? Well, you know, this is going well. Oh, fuck off. So yes, if you played 4-player split screen, the N64 didn't have enough memory to render 4 screens and music. so you end up playing in like silence. Fuck you, Peach. Get back there. Hey, fourth place. Okay, there is hope for us yet. I like to think that's just Wario farting. It's like the sort of thing he would do. What's the third? Third, I can live with third. Ah, bollocks. Oh, that was a masterful slide.
But Riley Sadlex.
Not so much.
It's like that really messed up Mario Kart animation.
Oh god, yeah. I also love the fact that the sprites technically aren't 3D, they are just 2D sprites. Like I said, this was gaming in the 90s, this was peak. Oh, one of my schoolies, by the way, yeah, they were talking to me about their media project that they were doing, and they went, "Oh, do you know what Yu-Gi-Oh is?" And I was like, "Excuse me? Do I know what Yu-Gi-Oh is? I have a full set of Exodia back at the house. How dare you imply I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is? I was there. I was there when Yugi drew the heart of the cards. You know, I have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. You know, fusion form, the three-headed version, I forget his name. You know, I actually did. Okay, second place, that's respectable. No, fuck off, Bowser. Oh, come on, that was second there. That was second, that was a hair finish. God, for fuck's sake. Alright, Gramps, put down the fucking N64 controller, you're done. So yes, I did try to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh! On the online Steam sort of version of it. I genuinely love how the penguins there and the Peach's Castle that you, at the end where you get the trophy, is actually the same asset and the same character models as in Mario 64. But I'm pretty sure these sprites are, I need to check, they're perhaps the same as the ones on the SNES original Mario Kart. Haha, fuck you, Toad.
At Riley
Fuck you,
Sadlex.
Penguin.
My Wi-Fi is acting up.
For a second there, Riley, I thought you said my wife was acting up. It's like, okay. I wasn't aware of that. Have you tried turning her off and turning her back on again? I was going to make another joke, but probably not a good thing. Ah, fuck you, Luigi. Ah! Fuck. Damn it. Damn it. And we're in 8th place. Well, this went well. Okay, we're in 6th. It's a small modicum of dignity. Oh, come on! Fuck you, Pingu. There's another 90s reference for you. Newt, motherfucker.
At Riley Sadlex. I'd be concerned with wife tears of joy.
Nice. Oh! I should have so made that. Okay. That went considerably worse. Is it going to let me continue, or do you have to, like, finish in the top 4? Nah, it's making me quit. Alright, time for something else. We've only got 2 hours. Let's swap. Also, being the emulator, I love how you could actually just cheat and do the suspend and just like rewind. I would never make use of such a thing. Yeah, of course I will. Right. Okay, what do we want to move on to now? Let's try a bit of GoldenEye. So I never had GoldenEye, but I did have Perfect Dark. And because I didn't have the expansion pack, I could only play the multiplayer. But even though we only have one analog stick, it takes a while to get your head around the controls for this, but you can actually get your head around it. Your brain does eventually kind of flip to it. Now I did watch a walkthrough of the first level, so I don't completely embarrass myself. So at least in theory, you know what I'm meant to be doing. But yeah, let's try and not fully make an arse of this. Right. Yeah. I'm just going with agent. Fuck that. Right. Primary objective. Jump off the platform.
At Riley Sadlex. This music's a little loud.
Okay, I can fix that. This is why we have tech support. That any better? Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. It'll be this one. There we go. That better for you? Right. Okay. So again, it's that weird thing. Do I hold it like that, or do I hold it like that? I'll try it like this. So it's like you're turning round. Oh. But also... yeah. Like so, but the one analog stick's doing both the camera and your movement. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck you.
At Riley Sadlex. Little to quite now tears of joy.
Okay, that's fine. I can put it back up. We're good. Oh shit! Oh, someone's shooting me. There we go. Fuck you, Klaus. A joke a friend told me once, right? So, Second World War. One of the guys, he sneaks out. Oh. It'll come back to me. It was a good joke. I'll remember it. Yeah, sneaks out to the German line with a sniper, and he radios back and just goes, what's a very common kind of German name? Klaus. Right, okay. So he's there going, Klaus. 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 What guy thinks here? Yeah? Bang. He goes back a second time. Does it again. Klaus. Klaus. Yeah? Bang. That's another one. Goes back a third night. Klaus. Klaus. Bang. Again. Only this time, the Germans catch on. And they're like, right, we need to get them back. What's a very common Scottish name? Jock. Right, okay, so the Germans go up and they go, Jock! Jock! Is that you, Klaus? Yeah! Bang! That tickled me. I totally murdered the delivery of that, I'm not gonna lie. That's not gonna make it into a stream. Can I get slightly closer? There we go. Ow! You're shooting me. Fuck's sake. What's that body armor? So I could definitely see how this, in a weird way, was like almost the halo of its day for like kind of couch co-op. Oh. Oh, who's shooting at me? Who's still alive? Am I seeing someone? Screw that. Got to push the button again. Oh, there we go. Right, so apparently you could shoot these things. There we go. So yeah, it feels with GoldenEye. The bones of what would become standard for first-person shooters is sort of here. Again, certainly more so than fucking Turok was. I mean, honestly, I booted up that game and was like, what the actual hell? There was another game that I was interested in going back to, because I did have it on PC, but it was one of the games I bought for the Dreamcast. It was the first David Cage game, Nomad Soul. David Bowie's in it, and that's like certainly one I'm interested in.
At Riley Sadlex. I keep thinking you're gonna say Golden Axe loudly crying.
Well, Golden Axe is on the Mega Drive actually. I mean, I don't know about other folk. I mean, the Super Nintendo was quite popular.
Honestly miss Golden Axe.
You know what, Riley? For you, it's a Nintendo stream, but how about this? We'll finish off the stream with some Golden Axe. How about that? I've actually got it there. He looked shocked. Right. I think when I played
Riley Sadlex. Folded hands.
When I played this the first time, I think I was trying to be too precise with the aiming, whereas I think to compensate, there's a bit of auto aiming. So I think it's just a point in their general direction and shoot. So it's kind of like a quick draw. Now, hold on. How do I? Oh, that's my watch. Okay, I just have to jump off the bridge. Okay, so I think the last time I was at the double O agent difficulty, that must give you more objectives. So this is the bridge. So this is either going to result in me completing the level, or me falling to my death. I wonder which it will be.
At Riley Sadlex. I'd appreciate that very much. Been years since I played it, need that nostalgia, tears of joy.
I mean, did you have a Mega Drive? That was always another one I wanted with Sonic. I was considering actually buying the Mega Drive controller for this as well. Right, now we want to go back to picking different games. So yeah, GoldenEye. I can see why it was a classic, definitely, and I do want to play through it. So that's on the list for me to actually complete an experience. What do I want next? I think. Oh, come on. We'll do this quickly. This will be fun. So this is the other game that I owned. Pokémon Stadium. Now, obviously, this isn't an N64 controller. The Rumble pack's kind of built, and this is like, obviously like the wireless sensor. So sadly, the Game Boy Tower does not work for this. So it's sadly offline. But me and my sister, we played the mini games consistently. Right, we can do this. Yeah, let's go normal. 3 wins to become champ. We can do this. Alright, okay. Tap the A button when it's blue and B button when it's green. Okay, let's do this. Oh, fuck you, Com. I feel cheated. Alright, let's keep going. Oh, fuck off. Right, okay. Alright. I was never
At
good
Riley
at this one.
Sadlex. I remember watching Digimon before Pokémon, but it's like no one remembers Digimon.
Oh, I remember Digimon. Digimon was fucking awesome. Digimon actually had like a decent story with stakes and drama. No, Digimon's awesome. You'll get no flack from me for liking Digimon. Sorry, I'm having to concentrate. Yeah, fuck you, Red. I may have got the last 2 wrong. Yeah, I got the last 2 wrong.
Mad Mike Falkirk. Talking of Golden Axe. Did you ever play Golden Axe Warrior? The RPG.
No, I don't think so. I fucked that up at the end there. Oh, fuck's sake. It's up, 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 down, do, do, up, down. Okay. Let's try and get this. That was either bang on or oh, fuck off. Wow. Okay, that didn't work. To be fair, I was about. I once did Irish dance, if you could believe it. I had many hobbies. I was recently single and Oh yeah, let's do this one. Lick a tongue. Also not on the Epstein files. Right. But yeah, I did Irish Daz for a while. And I was so proud with the first time I was able to kick my own ass. Okay, here's a blast from the past, right? Maybe not Riley, but certainly you, Mike. Who remembers Bonsai? Place your bets! Bonsai! I want to try and get a download of like the entire series of Bonsai and have like a betting night here at the flat. You know, not actual money, but you know,
Mad
maybe
Mike Falker.
tokens or something.
Lol, I do.
The other thing I wanted to do, which I thought would be fun, would be getting the entire series of the original Wacky Races and having a betting night on that. Oh, fuck off, Com. I'm just getting my ass handed to me at night. I used to be good at these. Oh god, right. This one. This was a pain in the hole. Right. Okay. Because you've got to flick the... So for someone who has like absolutely no context of
At
Pokemon,
Riley Sadlex.
they'll be like,
Audience
what the hell?
fright.
What the hell's going on here? Why are there little turds popping out of the floor? Why am I flinging my snake at them? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh. Okay, got that one. Yeah. Okay, I pulled it back right at the end there. That's okay. Oh, this was a pain as well. Right.
At Riley Sadlex. Think that needs a pause. Tears of joy.
Right. This gets really intense, by the way. So I've got to hit A when the pendulum hits the middle and not fall asleep. Oh fuck, I'm out. Never mind. Ah, god damn it. No, we're done. I think we are done. Right. The other one I did want to... So, like I said, I am playing through Ocarina of Time at the moment with my sister, but I'm doing it on the Ship of Arcadian PC port on the Steam Deck. And while the N64 controller does half work, and I say half...
At Riley Sadlex. Green cheating tears of joy.
I know, right? Yeah, clearly hacks. Hacks. Anyway, right, starting a new file. So the N60, I can either play Ocarina of Time at 60 frames a second with, you know, good resolution and all that kind of stuff, like an objectively superior version of the game, but I need to play it with like an Xbox controller or something, or can't spell Yindy, Y-I-N-D-Y. You can tell I'm tired. It's been a week. I was working today. Screw it. There we go. Or I could play this version with the actual N64 controller. So I kind of want to get back to where we were on the other playthrough. Which shouldn't take me too long because I've actually figured out all the puzzles and we only played it on Monday, so... I'll try not... Well, whenever I played Zelda games in the past, I always named Link something facetious. Which is always funny. I know people who like named him my dude. So like every conversation is like, hey my dude. It's like, that would irritate me so fucking much. I think the first Zelda game I finished would have been Wind Waker on the GameCube. Like, properly. And I really enjoyed Wind Waker. I didn't think I would. I was actually really turned off by the art style. But, I think Wind Waker, outside of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, might genuinely be one of my favourite Zeldas. Mainly because Link has a personality in it. Let's see what it is now. This dude. Yeah, I'm not narrating this, by the way. We don't need me sight reading. That's always a boy without a fairy. There we go now. Find the young friend, bring him to me. So my sister was reading up on the lore when we were playing this. So these like kids are sort of like Peter Pan. They live in the forest.
But Riley Sadlex,
looking after the great
do
ducal
these wee
tree.
things not go like hi hi hello?
Something like that. The fairies do. That's where the hey listen comes from, and it's really annoying. But yeah, so apparently the kids in this will eventually become the Koroks in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, which is kind of fucked up when you think about it. Hello, Yindy, wake up. Right. I clearly have some kind of fever going on. The great Daguti has asked me to be your partner. Oh, God. You've been assigned to me. Great. Okay. So, like I said, the N64, to get the full experience out of it, you need the fucking weird controller. Because half of it's figuring out what were they thinking. Okay, so down here, thank you. A fairy. Wow, a fairy. Well, fuck you too. So, right. Quite an honor to talk to the great duck too. Okay. Right, so, like I said, I did play through a bit of this on Monday with my sister. So, shouldn't take us too long to get back up there. certainly once we run over to this great gaping anus in the side of the wall. You're not
Riley
allowed to leave the
Sadlex.
forest.
Tears of joy loudly crying.
The great Daku tree said if Akuro leaves the woods, he or she shall die. Oh, it's the wrong way. It's this way we want to go. Yeah, shut up, Navi. I know you're there. I won't run this way. A weird thing that threw me off on when I played Majora's Mask is there's no jump button. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the great Daku tree? I love this line. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Wow, masculinity's come a long, long way. That's right up there with Andrew Tate going, ugh, you fuck women? That's gay. Right.
And I drop in.
Aye, Mike, there you are. So, thought it was only a matter of time before you showed up. So, yes. So, welcome to the deconstruction of masculinity. So, there we go. So, yes, like I said, I was on Helldivers with Snoogans just doing a test game, and he was like, so yes, I played with Mike before. He's quite haphazard with the friendly fire, was his exact words.
You should play with his brother.
Right, okay.
He's even worse.
Oh, God. The thing is, I don't trust you not to actually target us. That's the difference. So...
I'm not that bad. What it tends to be is, I'm fond of, there's a pistol which has got like a nuke on the end.
Oh, right, okay, because that's just a natural fit.
Yeah, and occasionally I forget which gun I've got and I shoot something really close.
For fuck's sake. That's a bit like that mod that basically turns like the pistol in Fallout into firing the fat men. And
Yep.
it's just like a semi-automatic nuke. So, I love this, by the way. We need rubies, and I'm just being the village vandal. Just, like, randomly throwing stuff. By the way, talking about 90s nostalgia, am I the only one that's, like, really excited that they brought out a new Muppet show?
Yeah, I like the Muppets.
Yeah.
I like Fraggle Rock as well.
Oh, Fraggle Rock is amazing. I have Fraggles. Yeah, I've got the green screen there. I've got Fraggle Pops behind me. So, one summer I was bored, so I actually genuinely learned how to make Muppets. I've got a Muppet version of the cat and a bunch of other Muppets that I made. In proper Jim Henson style. And the thing is, I put them on my desk, and Riley, you'll know of whom I talk about. One of my colleagues, which we shared an office, she was very put out by the fact that the Muppets were staring at her the entire time. So, I thought they were friendly, but yeah, there we go. That's just me.
At Riley Sadlex. Don't hate me more, but I don't think I've actually watched Muppets, but I know of it.
Wow. Okay, right. That's your homework. You have to go watch. The new Muppet movies were actually alright, to be perfectly honest. But I would say you definitely need to go watch Muppet Treasure Island. It has Billy Connolly in it. It is fucking fantastic. And Tim Curry. So I think that...
Muppet Christmas Carol's a classic as well.
See, and I had the Muppets Christmas Carol on VHS, and I could never watch it past the first Ghost, because the Ghost of Christmas Future freaked me out too much as a kid.
At Riley Sadlex. So much homework and I ain't even there anymore. Tears of joy.
Exactly. You join my streams, Riley, I am giving you culture. Right? That's the thing. I am training. I have to train you some way, and I will train you in proper popular culture. So there we go. So we've got the sword. Should probably drop a save. That seems like something I should do.
That's why I couldn't hear Riley anymore.
Ah, right, okay.
He's on YouTube.
Right. We want to enter this ominous hole. It's not the first time we'll be doing this stream, and it won't be the last. Yeah.
At Riley Sadlex. Fair rolling on the floor laughing.
There we go. And so what game were you playing with your new friends? Like,
New friends.
yeah.
It was Helldivers 2, but we're doing the attack on Cyberstan, and it was
Right.
absolute chaos.
Fair enough.
There was 3 of us. We were on a fairly medium difficulty. We usually play it quite high.
Yeah.
And at one point there was 5 striders, which are the big, massive 4-legged things.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Again, the joys of the N64 camera. So yes, Helldivers, if you're up for that for a stream, that's very much on the cards. Did you say you had Dark Tide, or you maybe wait for a sale to pick up Dark Side?
I don't have it. I'll have a look and now see what's on sale.
I don't think it is. I did check. I don't know if Tavares is joining. Like I said, I managed to set up a family sharing with my dad's old account, so at least Tavares could play with his. I mean, I could try and add you to the library, Mike, if you want, but I can't be responsible for what games you find. So they are redacted for a reason. So they are not in the
There's
files.
2 games called Dark Tide.
Is there?
Yeah, there's another one that's on early access for something else completely different,
Oh, right, okay, fair enough.
but it's not on sale yet.
Yeah. I love how we're just like barging our way in and just like raiding people's coffers. How did he get a recovery heart? There we go. Yeah. Fuck you, Rock. But yes, Fraggle Rock is fucking amazing. And I'm so gutted that Fraggle Rock is not on Disney Plus, it's on fucking Apple TV. Which is like the one streaming service I don't have. To be honest, I probably should get rid of Netflix. I haven't actually watched Netflix in a while. Right, I need... It's 40 rupees I need. This the one? No, it's not. Mm-hmm. Do. Come on, I need one more. Yeah.
So you never had GoldenEye when you were...
I did not. I had Perfect Dark. And even then, I didn't have the memory pack expansion, so was never able to actually play the missions. And being a dumb 10-year-old, I couldn't work out why.
I was at high school then, and the high school, because it was the game, they created a big tournament, and I wiped the floor with everybody.
That doesn't surprise me. So, again, I remember particularly when I was in high school, let's just say my mother was quite protective of the sort of games I would play. And like I said, she was very kind of resident of letting me...
Ak and Joby are mad.
Oh, hello.
Thanks for following.
Hey, there we go. Thanks for following. She wouldn't let me play online games for the longest while. I think then that was the reason why Guild Wars was such a big deal. That was the first online game she let me play. But there was another one. It wasn't Miss Samana or something. I think that was a Square Enix game. But there was another one. Legend of Sorma.
At Riley Sadlex. It's snowing where I am.
Oh God. Well, thankfully I'm not driving up to Dundee tomorrow, so that's certainly handy. Right. Anyway, where I was going with this story. I had to try and convince one of my teachers to start like an online RPG kind of club after school, and like try and convince them to let us install this weird Korean MMO on the school system because our mums wouldn't let us play at home. But the thing, it was the one really cranky like old teacher who didn't like us. So right. I have the sword and shield.
My mum was the opposite. She was probably far too liberal.
Well, right. Put it this way. You know I'm in politics. You know I'm in with all that, right? So my mum was in PR. She was. She knew where the bodies were buried. Put it that way, right? She was about getting out in front of the story and doing the spin and the dark arts, so to speak, right? Honestly, I would have an easier time getting grilled by fucking Piers Morgan than I would my own mother. You know, that would be a holiday. So, my mother is a force of nature. So, right. Ow. There we go. I'm back. Hey, Yindy, welcome. So yeah, I was saying earlier, my first Zelda game was probably Wind Waker, but actually, I think even my first proper Zelda game. Actually, no, that's not the point. I think Wind Waker would have come out before that, but I quite enjoyed Darksiders 1, which is totally Zelda but reskinned. I need to play Darksiders again. I've still got the third one there.
My first Zelda game was on the NES in a gold cartridge, and it had a lot of 2D side-scroller bits in it.
Ah, nice. You know, it was a sequel to Crypt of the Necrodancer. I think it might... I don't know... No, it wouldn't be on Steam. I think it was a Switch exclusive. But yeah, Crypt of the Necrodancer, but it's a Zelda game. And it's actually fucking brilliant. It's sort of like a half roguelike, half Zelda. The dungeons are randomized. But it's kind of like a beat rhythm game. It's really, really good. I might stick that up, stream at some point. See if I can do a run of it. So, I'm not going to say how embarrassingly long it took us to get through the Great Ducko Tree earlier this week. But the point is, I actually know what the fuck I'm doing now, so this should hopefully go a hell of a lot smoother. Yay, I've got a stick. Thank you.
Back in the days when you got stuck at a game, you had to hope that a magazine came out with a walkthrough.
Yes. Unfortunately, I am the eldest sibling, so I did not have a big brother or sibling to get me past the hard bits.
Tell you a story about that. My grandpa, my mum's dad,
Right.
he is like obviously grandpa age, right? So
Right.
we had
Now-
introduced him to computer games.
Now,
right?
what is grandpa age, right? Because I would have thought grandpa age would probably be about like 60s, 70s. But
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah, he was about that when I was playing like N64 and stuff.
Yeah.
When I was younger, he used to still work.
Yeah.
But then when I was a bit older, he had retired, and he used to collect like VHS movies that he'd record everything.
Right. Yep.
And then one time we brung down, it was a PlayStation at the time, we were playing Grand Theft Auto, and he was taken away by this. He
Yeah.
was like, "This is amazing." Next thing is, at a car boot sale, he'd bought an old, might have been a Sega or an old Nintendo, and then he got addicted to computer games.
Right.
And he would think nothing of it, of playing a game. He loved Donkey Kong games.
Okay.
Playing the game, getting stuck somewhere, walking the 7 or 8 miles up to my house, doesn't matter what the weather was, coming in, asking me how to get past this bit of this game, and then turning around and walking straight back.
He had heard of a phone, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he just like he'd go for a walk and come up and go, in Donkey Kong when you're fighting, blah blah blah. How do you do that? But
For 8 miles.
Yep.
Right, okay. I have walked that before, drunk,
Yep.
after a night out, thinking, you know what? I don't need to get the night bus home from Glasgow to Coatbridge. I could walk it, and then walked along the motorway at 4 in the morning. That might have been a mistake. Don't do that. That's silly. I left Glasgow very drunk. I arrived in Coatbridge very sober.
Yeah.
And regretting my life decisions.
Oh, he used to walk everywhere. After his dinner, he'd go out for like a couple of hours just walking around old factories. We used to actually go around old abandoned factories and go into
Nice.
them and find things. In fact, he got his first PC by finding it in a skip and carrying it back and then getting me to fix it for him.
Oh yeah, is that just dads? Is that my dad was horrendous for that as well. He'd see something in the street and just go, "Yeah, that's abandoned. I'll have that." See the amount of random crap he brought home. And the thing is,
Like,
my
to be
missus' dad
fair-
is the same.
To be fair, do you not do that now in computer
But
games
Riley
where you just go
Sadlex,
around and collect
I
random
don't drink
crap
anymore for reasons tears
because it
of
might
joy.
be useful?
I don't want to admit the fact that I have a couple of canvases that are pretty racy, shall we say. They are a little sensual. Put it this way, whenever the mother comes round, I have to hide them. So, and yes, I may have actually found these while out on the street one time going, that art is too good to throw away. I'm having it. So, and then brought it home with me. So, it's currently up in the loft. So, I break it out for like Valentine's Day and stuff when I'm trying to set a mood. So, I was going to say, by the sound of things, it sounds like the sort of thing that would be out of place on Epstein Island, but actually that sounds way worse than I intended it to. So absolutely not. Nothing like that. Jesus Christ.
See, now you're setting yourself up
Yeah.
for a potential future
Yeah.
where in your political career you're doing a live interview and you're forgetting that one of these paintings is on the wall behind you.
I just want to be invited. Is that too much to ask?
At Riley Sadlex. When I was younger, me and my siblings went and picked up an old Monster High castle.
Now, Riley, the thing is, right, when you say a younger me, like, you're a child compared to us, so you the bits that we're reminiscing about, that's where you are now. So, right, and jump. Okay, there we go, and oh yeah, that's handy. Being able to actually lock onto things. Bonk. Oh, there was another one up here, wasn't there? Do I have to take you out? Yes, I do. Fuck's sake. Dick. Right, there we go. Oh yes, it took me a while to work out how to like kill the spiders up here. I thought you actually had to run into them in order for them to turn around. I don't want to say how many times I died. Right.
At Riley Sadlex. I'd prefer to be called UNC than a child. I swear at my old job I was called a child constantly because my unfortunate height.
It's alright. We've all been there. It's when you meet an old friend that you haven't seen from in ages and their genuine response to you is, holy fuck, what happened to you? Did you go through a second puberty? That's when you inherit dad bod. I look back on pictures of me when I first started lecturing 10 years ago, so 2016, which, again, back me up on this, Mike, does not feel like a long time ago.
2016? No.
Yeah, exactly. I had a fucking jawline back then. I fit into my corsets back then. You know, I had quite an athletic build back then. Not anymore. COVID happened.
At Riley Sadlex.
So,
People think I'm going back in time, I guess.
Just wait till you start cooking things like children's meals and stuff.
oh
and
god.
You just can't help but... Because you end up, like, continuously kind of, like, tired and doing things. So you end up snacking a lot more and then end up eating, like, the leftover chicken nuggets because they're too good to throw away.
I do that now. So- I'm only 37 and I've already started getting up in the middle of the night to go for a pee at 2 a.m. So,
It's when you have the random thoughts going, oh yeah, the old piss pots. They're
Yeah.
actually, you know, you start considering them.
yeah. Again, I apologise, Riley. Welcome to the Yindy stream. Again, you know what it's about by this stage. Just old men grumbling about pissing at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, there we go.
At least we've stayed away from politics this time.
At Riley Sadlex. I
it
got
time.
bloody id
Give it
for
time.
hot glue sticks.
Right.
Hot glue sticks.
See, when I was playing DD with my other friends, right,
Yeah.
we were just randomly talking, again, Trump politics, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah. And I said, at this point, you can't guess what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No matter what you guess, the chances
Yeah.
are it's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And I said, you could say aliens are going to come down and have a meeting with
Actually,
Trump and
so-
stuff.
Sorry,
and then
but
what
hold-
happened the next day? They said something about Trump with aliens.
Again, right, sorry. By the way, I love the fact I love how we not talked about politics. So anyway, the latest thing with Epstein and Trump. So, but genuinely, one thing that I was shocked at, again, Epstein files came out. Apparently, scandal, Ghislaine Maxwell and Bobby Kotick of Blizzard Activision may have had a thing. So that... And also, Epstein might have been responsible for putting microtransactions in Call of Duty. So,
Yeah.
At Riley Sadlex.
everything that gamers
Ah,
hate...
yes, the problematic tangerine.
Oh, yes, yes. One of my students today asked me, because I mentioned the fact I was standing in for the Scottish elections, and she went, oh, what's your opinion on Trump? And I was like, okay, I'm going to have to be delicate here. So this is me actually in my job, not just, you know... I love how I have to be delicate in my job with actually talking to people, but yeah, I'm on stream and this is where it's arguably on the record. Anyway, I had to sum it up as I dislike school bullies who just think they can, you know, come in and I want it, therefore it's mine. Was my nice way. She went, oh, CB, I think he's fucking hilarious. I'd love to go for a drink with him. And I'm like... Oh, you've not been keeping up with the news for like the past 10 years, have you? Because the worst part is, you know, I was one of the ones in 2016 that went, yeah, sure, elect him. It'll be funny. It wasn't funny 6 months in. So,
The first time round.
yeah. And I was saying this, now obviously, yeah, this is going to come as no surprise. I am very anti-Farage, as you could probably guess. However, and I hate this, I really, really hate this, that I have to
At
concede.
Riley Sadlex. Glad I'm not in that class. Tears of joy.
Farage and Trump are probably the most influential and, what's the word I'm looking for? Consequential politicians of my life. That's not to say they're good. That's not to say I like them. That's just to say they've had the biggest impact on where my life was in the early 90s versus to the life that I have now and would bring any potential future kids into.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And that's quite scary and slightly sad. So...
Yeah, they're both very good at stirring up the scare politics
yeah.
and blaming everything else. Like the current reform thing is, we're going to go and fix everything with our 75% ex-Tory candidacy. And I'm like, but the things you're complaining at, they could have fixed while they were Tories, but didn't.
Yep. Yep. Oh, but that's the thing. Genuinely, at this point now, obviously, before when reform was, shall we say, a bit of a grassroots fringe movement, they were a bit. They were filled with nutters, frankly. And again, I don't think this is controversial to say. No one's voting for their local racist, nutter. They're voting for Farage, frankly. So if Farage goes, it's like the head of the snake. But at this stage, so many Johnson-era Tories have moved over. It is just, 2-3-1. It is just the Boris Johnson government again. Yeah, and I'm just like, surely that kind of is Reform's unique selling point. The fact that they love saying, "Oh, we're not politicians." It's like, well, you're kind of debating politicians on a debate stream. I mean, I wouldn't count myself a politician at this stage. I'm an activist, sure, but I wouldn't count myself as a politician. But I'm standing in an election. I've done hustings before, so I suppose in that context that does make me a politician. So
yeah, I think there's a combination of factors. I think there's a
Unauthorized
generational thing as well.
TX.
Oh, there's a
Viewersstreambrew.com
Oh.
at Al9G37RZ.
where
Bambot, take a
like
drink.
you've got like the older generation that were always like, I always vote X or Y, and that's the end of it. A lot of them are dying off, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got the younger folk who just don't want to vote how their parents voted. But
Yeah.
because Labour and Tories stuck to the whole two-party system in England for so long, most of them don't have a choice, and reform is just the only choice,
No, they're not the only choice. They're not the
No,
only choice.
I know
to be
that,
fair.
but
Yeah.
when you're talking about the youngsters
Yeah,
with
yeah.
like the internet and everything else, it's the only choice that's thrust upon them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying, there's political theory out there just now that reform have met their peak, basically. In other words, everyone who says they're going to vote for reform is going to vote for reform. Anyone who says there's no undecided swing voters, right? A bit like Trump, they're either majorly for or majorly against. They're that polarized. In terms of potential voters up to be won over, I think the two parties that actually have surprisingly enough to gain, like people not putting them as the number one, but people putting them at I'd consider voting for them, are us, the Lib Dems, and the Green Party. So that gives me some hope for kind of humanity.
Yep. And the funny thing is, with the last couple of years, with the whole AI bot thing, where like 70% of all online content is now just bot generated, it's very hard to tell if you look at Facebook who is voting for what and what's just generated bot saying, I'm voting for Farage because blah blah blah.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I came off Facebook, frankly, because I honestly got so fucking sick fed up of the same AI bot, ultra right wing, America first, Trump as a buff sumo buff wrestler riding a gold eagle. It's like, what are you smoking? I think Shrimp Jesus broke me slightly. Right.
Well, I've been banned off of my local Labour MP Facebook pages, and
why? What have you done? What have you done?
I just
Who have you
argued the
pissed
truth.
off?
I just argue the truth, and the local reform candidates as well.
All right, okay. Mike out there causing trouble, infiltrating Facebook groups.
Well, whenever they say like X and Y, I go, right, well, if you're doing that, explain this and that, and they go, oh, and I just keep pinging them, and then they block me because they don't want to answer.
Yeah. Look, don't get me wrong, and I was saying this to Charles, the guy who was vetting me for the Lib Dems. One of the questions was, do you have any issues with Lib Dem leadership and stuff? And genuinely, I don't. I mean, I sometimes think Davy's a bit too nice, but I actually really like him. I think he's actually a genuine, decent, guy trying to do his best in politics, and he's one of the few folks that actually stands up and goes, yeah, maybe don't let, you know, the big orange monkey take all the funds from the BBC, you know, and basically impose another tax on us, the British people, that, you know, defeat his ego. But I was watching I think it was Newsnight, and again, guy my age, and I was very much part of this generation, and he calls out Nick Clegg, frankly, for the whole student loan fiasco. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm like, totally, yeah, as a Lib Dem, I'm as pissed off about that as he is. And as the next generation of Lib Dems coming up, I'm constantly reminding the party, yeah, let's not make that mistake again, because that didn't work out well for us. And also, you know, kind of fucked over my generation a bit. That kind of put us into what he described as a reverse triple lock pension. The more we earn, the more interest we pay on our loans. You know. So, well, there was a joke at the Liberal Democrat conference. That's how niche we're getting here. If you want 3 opinions, ask 2 Lib Dems. So,
Yeah.
boom. Right, there we go. Okay, yeah, I remember what I've got to do here. So, up. Try and get this without. No. Yep, there we go. Whee! See, I told you I remembered what to do. See, I'm not embarrassing myself now. Oh god, right, okay. It's 2, 3, 1, I think. Is it? It's the middle
Maybe.
one. It's the middle one first, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Come on. Oh, fuck off. Go. 2. And you. Aha! I do remember. It's go. Oh, this is a boss fight. Right, actually, the boss fight went quite well. Let's DTV. Hello. Don't look up. Hello. That's not going to give you nightmares. Keeping that lock on him. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. Where are you? Yeah. Fucking camera. And up. That's when his eyes turn red. There we go, there we go. Yay! Just like that. Who says I'm not a real man? I have my fairy and everything. And there we go. Well done, Yindy. So yeah, the Great Daku Tree just flat out dies in this. So we got a bit further than this on Monday. We got up basically, I think, to the first town. We saw Zelda, learned about the Triforce, went to the first little town, did the graveyard, got the first 2 Ocarina songs, and we got as far as putting the 7 chickens in the chicken coop. So for those that are familiar with Zelda Ocarina of Time, that's where I got to on the other save. So we'll maybe come back and... By the way, I was saying to my sister, so these are like the 3 gods of Hyrule and blah 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 blah. Is there a reason they're the same 3 colours as the Powerpuff Girls? Is that just me?
This was out before the Powerpuff Girls, so...
Was it? Was the
Pretty
Powerpuff
sure.
Girls not the 90s? Or was it the early 2000s?
Look... 1998 was the first Powerpuff Girl episode.
So that... When was Ocarina of Time? It must be round about then. I love how...
Ocarina of Time.
I love how might you be promoted to Fact Boy.
1998 as well.
Oh, right, okay.
But to be fair, the artwork for Ocarina of Time would have been before.
But then the thing about Powerpuff Girls is it was part of that weird program that also spawned Family Guy with Seth MacFarlane. So it was cartoon where basically loads of artists got to like pitch random one-off episodes, and the really popular ones, like
At Riley Sadlex,
I think it was Dexter's
Blossom
Lab,
Buttercup and Bubbles.
Dexter's Lab, Town Chicken, Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo. I don't think Samurai Jack. I think that was like a Toonami thing. Don't think it was Samurai Jack. Certainly, what would become Family Guy. It's Seth MacFarlane's first cartoon, where it was basically like Peter and Brian, but it was like a completely different art style. There was a few others. I remember them being really fucking nightmare fuel as a kid. I really didn't like some of them.
To be fair, Powerpuff Girls has got some kind of Japanese influence, and obviously Zelda will have as well.
Yeah. Oh well. I also love, random fact, you know how like Gorillaz, the virtual band, have like really kind of weird deep lore, and all their fucking albums tell a story and stuff like that. So canonically, one of the Powerpuff Girl villains who shows up in the Gorillaz music videos is actually like a named character and villain in continuity. So technically, Gorillas and therefore by extension Powerpuff Girls are in the same universe. I think there was a kind of thought experiment somebody did that if TV continuity worked the same way as comic book continuity did, there was a show in the 80s or 70s or 80s. I can't remember. I didn't get the name of it, but it was a hospital drama. And on the final
At Riley Sadlex,
episode,
I was obsessed in the Gorillas story.
Oh yeah, Gorillas is awesome. But in the final episode of this medical drama, it's revealed that the entire series took place inside this little kid's head. And it was like, it was all a dream. But the thing is, they had various crossovers with loads of different shows. And if and those shows had crossovers with other shows and stuff like that. And there was a book that gets referenced all the time by sci-fi writers, which connects like Star Trek and Doctor Who and Red Dwarf and all that kind of shit. So it's basically 90% of TV as a result would have been a dream of this little kid's head if continuity worked the same way as comic books. And I thought, some people have way too much free time. Yay, there we go. Right. Talk to the hand. Yeah, I may have just murdered a big tree. It's fine. Look how he just fucks off. Right. Right, we're good. We're good. Right. I am going to make a suspend point there. Just so I've got that in case something fucks up. And I'll also drop a natural manual save. Right, we are getting on in the stream. Got about 10 minutes left. Right, I promised you, Riley. I did promise you. But I need a piss first. Right. Even though this is a Nintendo stream, Mega Drive. Can I play the Mega Drive with an N64 controller? Let's find out. I think
It would just be the D-pad buttons, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, right. Here's a thought. That did you own a Mega Drive, Mike? Or
no, I was always Nintendo.
Fair enough. Because I was trying to think.
I played Phantasy Star though.
I was waiting to say, yeah, Phantasy Star Online was like one of the first big online games I kind of got into. But looking at this, obviously the Mega Drive was really good for puzzle games, platformers, side scrollers, beat 'em
At
ups,
Riley Sadlex,
that sort of thing.
OMG Dolphin game.
But did it have any decent RPGs on it, like Phantasy Star aside?
Golden Axe Warrior.
Was
I
that
can find it.
Was that a RPG?
That was a proper top-down RPG, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Right, desperately need a piss. Be right back. So,
At Riley Sadlex, OMG these games. okay, and back. Right. So even though Riley
I sent you a
Sadlex.
video for
That
Golden
Star
Axe
game,
Warrior. so
I'm
you
pretty
can see what
sure
it was
I
like.
played a lot with my younger sibling.
So, well, we'll maybe fire that one up on after for you, Riley. Sorry, Mike. What were you saying?
I sent you a video of Golden Axe Warrior so you can see what it was like.
All right. Okay. Let me see if I can bring this up. And So, again, I love the fact that obviously at the time, and no doubt you were there as well, Mike. You know, back in the dark ages, with the console wars, the actual bitterness in schools between did you have a Mega Drive or did you have a Super Nintendo, and yet here we are in the modern day with basically the backlog of the Mega Drive on a Nintendo. I know,
But Riley
sacrilege.
Sadlex. Appreciate ya.
Right, we're looking for Golden Axe, aren't we? I'm sure Golden
Yeah,
Axe.
but you
is-
passed that about 4 times.
That's Golden Axe 2.
Oh, there was a GoldenEye. See what GoldenEye 2 is? Go down a bit more, and on the left-hand side,
Left.
down. That's up, but don't mind.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. It was on the left side.
Life Soccer. Am I? It's very possible I'm just being fucking blind.
Keep going down.
Okay, I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm being thorough.
At Riley
I'll tell you when I
Sadlex.
see it.
Street Fighter 2 OMFG. These were so many
There it
childhood
is.
games that I haven't seen in years.
Well, get a Switch and then get the Nintendo Online. You get access to all these. So, right. Am I going to suck at this? Right.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Player 1. Alright, let's try. Okay, select player. We have to go with the big chunky barbarian. Right.
He's even wearing
At Riley
costume that you would
Sadlex.
like as well.
Get
Oh,
money
yeah.
first, you mean?
I mean, it's the only way to play a barbarian, to be fair. Fuck you, Grok. Ow. Right. Tell you what, if we're doing side scrollers, right? Maybe this is one to get yourself, Snoogans, if we can, on stream, and possibly Tavares. But Castle Crashers, you up for it?
Could do.
At Riley Sadlex. OMG loudly crying.
I played Castle Crashers a lot back in my student days. Oh fuck. Wow, okay. That's not suspect. Why does he have a ball sack on? Just kick the gnome, it's fine. What the ever-loving fuck is that? Oh fuck. So,
Okay, oh, no, you didn't.
no, I've got other lives, it's fine. Hey, it's my pinks thing. That's like... Yeah.
At Riley Sadlex. Me and my siblings used to get annoyed at each other as we used to fight over the dinos and that.
This is honestly like some cursed Slaneshi mini from, you know, early Warhammer. Oh, get back here. Alright. This almost kind of feels like Cyber the Sorcerer art, just like the way that they're doing the like the muscles and stuff. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, by the way, genuine story that I'd never heard before, and I really should, being in special effects. Did you hear the story of how James Cameron got funding for the Terminator?
I do know that he had not a lot of funding and done a lot of it without proper.
Yeah, it was his B movie chops, but apparently when he was trying to like convince not the studio that made it, it was like the other one that was funding it. he was like trying to sell them on the idea of how scary the Terminator would be as a relentless killer coming after you. So he hired, forgive me, my brain's
At Riley Sadlex.
Bishop from Aliens.
The soundtrack is bringing back memories I forgot about Tears of Joy.
Is it Lawrence Hendrickson? Is that right? Have we got that?
I think so.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Right, well, we'll do the star game for you there, Riley. Yeah, so he hired Bishop from Alien.
Lance Hendrickson, yeah.
Yeah, Lance Hendrickson. To dress up in a leather jacket, shades, and burst into the pitch meeting and loudly declare that he was there to kill the executive, and then just sit down and stare at him constantly throughout the meeting to unnerve him, which is a hell of a ballsy move, but kind of got fucked up by the fact that James Cameron got stuck in traffic and was 15 minutes late for the meeting after Lawrence Henderson showed up, burst out the door and threatened to kill this guy. I mean, as a way to get funding for your movie, it's up there. You know, it's certainly memorable. Right, what are we trying to do? No, I don't want to take that. We want to go back to... Oh shit, that's the wrong button. Right, I want to go... Is this playing itself? Don't know what I've done.
Is it just demoing?
Might be. Right, start button. Yeah, it might be. I'm trying to go back to the... No, I want to go back to the... It might be because I'm on the N64 controller, it's messed up a little bit. So, anyway. Alright. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of starving tonight. But I may actually jump on stream over the weekend. And yeah, if you retrobate Snoogans and Tavares can be convinced, I might even be convinced
At Riley
for
Sadlex.
some either Dark
I've
Tides.
broken it.
Dark Tides, Helldivers, or if we could get it cheap, I'll even provide us all with copies of Castle Crashers, and that could be quite fun. So that game is unhinged, so it is quite fun, 4-player. Right. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining. Like I said, I might be back over the weekend. I'm going to Warhammer World next week, so I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. So,
Castle Crashers is down to £3 at the moment.
oh, amazing. So, yeah. I'll ask you to get his feet up for that, and if so, I'll
Riley
grab that
Sadlex.
for us.
Thank you for going to Golden Addy.
Yeah, no
At
problem.
Riley Sadlex. Axe.
Right, anyway, I'm going to go get food. But I shall no doubt, well, I won't see you on
At Riley Sadlex.
Tuesday night, because
See ya again.
again, I'll be at Warhammer World, so we've got our... I'll be back on Thursday, yeah, and like I said, streaming over the weekend, so that'll be a thing. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining. If you haven't already, do check out the interview with me and Rob over on the Four Halfwits channel. It's really good. I'm quite proud of it, and Rob is a lovely guy to talk to, so if you want some D&D deep lore, he's definitely someone to talk to. And yes, I shall see you all, well, next time I'm on. Alright, have a good one. Bye.
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 Cartridge click, hear the power ignite. Four controllers ready for a Friday night. CRT glow in a darkened room. Pixel dreams about to boom. Polygon worlds and blocky skies. First time seeing 3D rise. Analog stick in my hand. Jumping through a brand new land. From Peach's castle to Hyrule Field. Secrets hidden, stars concealed. Majora's Mask is drawing near. License to thrill, stealth in the dark. Golden gun leaves its mark. Cartwheels drift around the bend. Friendships tested to the end. Perfect dark and bouquet dreams. Not as simple as it seems. Dust it off, let memory blaze. See how it plays in modern days. Press start, feel the craze, and 64 nights on YindyPlayZ. From Mario's jump to Hyrule's maze, back to the golden age. Press start, hear the sound. Retro King still wear the crown. If you love those 90s days, join the stream on YindyPlayZ. Join the stream on YindyPlayZ. Join the stream on Cartridge dreams don't fade away. N64, we play too.